I'm now going to touch the art and science of writing the UPSC essays. First, let us go for understanding what role does an essay play in our life, not to talk of in the civil services. My understanding of essay is it opens a window to see the world. What do we mean by this? I would like to bring it to you. One example here. Your perception of me is a reflection of you. My reaction to you is an awareness of me. What do you mean by this essay? Your perception of me is a reflection of you. Perceive means what you look at. And you form an idea. When you look at me, what you look at me, you are not looking at me. You are looking at yourself only. You see the world not the way it is, but the way you are. Understand this? We don't see the reality. We see the perception. We form an idea, that is our perception. We never see the truth. We see what we want to see. Okay? So your perception of me is a reflection of you. My reaction to you is awareness of me. Suppose if I react, it is my awareness, not you. To understand this quote, you must understand what Buddha has given in Ashtangik Marga, especially Samyak Drushti. The first Anga in Ashtangik Marga, Samyak Drushti. If you understand Samyak Drushti, you can write excellent answer to this particular essay. In my book, Ashtanga Margamto Vyaktitva Vikasam, I wrote that book. In that book, the first Anga I have analyzed very deeply. And what Buddha said is that we see the world not the way it is, but the way we are. Hence, if you understand one essay from the UPSC, that opens a window to you. Oh, this is the way how the world is there. Life is a long journey between being human and being humane. What do we mean by this quote, this essay? Life is a long journey. You understand, when you see the word life, it is not your life alone. Even if you take your life, it is 100 years. But life is not one man's life. You have to see the evolution of the life. When you take the evolution of the life of a mankind as a whole, a journey between being human, we are all belong to a species called human species, but whether all humans are humane, empathy, compassion, kindness, can you find these qualities in all human beings? The evolution of the man is from a biological being to a divine being is the evolutionary process. Understand this. When you see the evolution of a man from a caveman to a digital man, you find a lot of evolution. That entire thing is to be brought here. If you understand this, the entire evolution of man comes here. Your anthropology will be here. Physical anthropology, or social anthropology, cultural anthropology is being taken here. The sociology or value system. If you have greater understanding, you can write an excellent essay here. Best for an individual is not necessarily best for the society. Now, this is an excellent essay again. Best for the individual is not necessarily best for the society. Sometimes best for the individual is best for the society also. That's why he said, not necessarily. Normally, the best for the individual is also best for the society. But some individuals, they are not rising up to the occasion, or they are almost belittling themselves. Such people are not fit into the society. You take Gautama Buddha, you take Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, all these people, they grow beyond the normal standards. They are superhuman beings. And their way is the best way. In fact, the society has reformed themselves because above its principles loses both. Suppose you want to think about your richness or you want to become rich at any cost, you want to go for power at any cost, then who will care for you? A person who is almost hopping from one political party to the other political party, who cares for that person? A man who stands for a value, even if the entire world is against him, when he stands for his courage of conviction, that person will be respected, yes or no? That's what is given here. So each essay opens a window to you. It opens a window to you, and you can elevate yourself. That's why the UPSC essays are not ordinary essays. Each essay is a very potential, what you can say, a factor, a driving force for us to develop ourselves. That's why I see UPSC essays as a great opportunity to evolve ourselves. If you can work on the UPSC essays, no personality development is required, because they definitely will bring you so much, and you will be enriched by the UPSC essays. Friends, I'm going to touch here 8 important aspects again. So I'm going to give the impact of the UPSC essay a case study. A case study I'm going to share here. That means in the UPSC essay, what are the swing? The swing is also there. The UPSC essays here. I'm going to show you here. Ira Singhal, she got 160 marks. Okay, so 175 marks also are there. But here one gentleman, I'm not going to give the name, I know his name, but he got only 29 marks. You see the difference? 160, 175, 175. If you get 29 marks, where is your position, man? That is the variation people are getting. So there is a huge swing of marks as far as the essay is concerned. Okay, so here Apurva Pandey, she got 175. 175. Excellent marks. Can you get? Yes, we can get. Can we cross 175? Yes, we can. Provided you know the art and science of writing the essay. Okay? So here, it's a great game changer. You can find here the essay, Gautama Vivekanandan in the 22, last year. He got 149. This is the top mark as far as the UPSC is concerned last year. Okay, so this is by a gentleman who lost his service. He got 951. Cutoff mark at the time was 960. And you see the marks in the essay, mere 66. And you will be surprised to see he got 306 in the option paper, 97, 113, 81. And in ethics also he got 120. In the personality test he got 168, not bad. But where he lost very badly, I say right, 66, maybe 75, he might have got service. What happens is most of the times people think, okay, I can't write essay, I need not go for special preparation. That's a very bad decision, friends. You must try to develop the art of writing essays now onwards. Okay, so it's a game changer, and you must pay more attention towards essay writing. Okay, so how are the UPSC essays different from other essays? Other essays means academic essays. When you are in a degree, or in PG, you might have written, but those essays are not of no use. You might have got 90% marks in your PG, but in the IAS, you can see 50%. The topper get only 52% maximum. If you get 50%, you are in IAS. You understand? Why? Because you have to understand the art of writing UPSC essays are different from those of academic writings. Okay, so here I am now going to show you Mithali Sethi, IAS officer. She got 160 marks. What did she say? Writing an essay showing who you are on paper. Writing an essay is just showing who you are on paper. What does it mean? It is not to show how much you know. It is to show who you are exactly. Your character again will be reflecting on the essay. Don't think that I can purchase a book available in the market, 150 essays or 250 essays. That is of no use at all. It is your originality that is very, very important, that you have to present. That's why she said, writing an essay, showing who you are on paper is exactly what is required for essay writing. Okay? So, recommendations of the Satish Chandra Committee. This essay was reintroduced by the recommendation of Satish Chandra Committee in 1990. It was reintroduced in 93. And what did he say? He said very beautifully like this. They are expected, they means the aspirants are expected to prepare policy papers, notes, drafts and memoranda on a variety of subjects. Essay paper was introduced with the objective of testing candidates' linguistic skills. Besides capacity for comprehension, ability for critical analysis, capacity for integrated thinking and assimilation of ideas, and clarity of expression. 6 important skills are required to write good essay. And the 6 skills are what? The 6 skills are relating to your personality. Now, how many of you are fluent as far as your mother tongue is concerned, or English is concerned? Are you clear about the pronunciation? Are you clear about the accent? Are you clear about the grammar of the language? Are you clear about the spellings of the language? You are supposed to. You are supposed to know the linguistic skills. Though they may not give that much importance as far as the general studies are concerned, but as far as the essay is concerned, they are very particular about the nitty-gritty of language. And as and when you become a civil servant, you cannot write bad spellings. You cannot write bad grammar, and your pronunciation should be according to the receptive pronunciation. Your accent should be as beautiful as is required. You cannot speak with your mother tongue. What to, then no, when no, all these things will not do away. You might have seen some Telugu movies, people speak about English in Telugu accent. Oh, then when no, so this will not do. You must speak as an Englishman speaks. If you are speaking English, Urdu, Hindi, Telugu, whatever it may be, you must be accurate. That comes by what? Refining yourself. Be accurate. Okay? So he talks about capacity for comprehension. How can we comprehend? You must learn good reading skills. You must develop the analysis, critical analysis, assimilation or capacity for integrated thinking, thinking from different perspectives. And you must also have assimilation of ideas. You have to read a wide number of books. And you must have clarity of expression. All these things are the good characteristics which you as a person has to develop. This is what Satish Chandra has recommended for essay writing. In our class, we are very, very meticulous that we are going to follow all these principles accurately. Okay. Number 3, what we are going to discuss is what is the nature of the UPSC essays. You must understand the nature of the UPSC essays. Unless you know the nature, you cannot write good essays. The nature, what we talk about is, in the UPSC, we got issue-based essays. Example, crisis faced in India, moral or economic. It's an issue-based. Why it is issue-based? Because we're facing a problem. What is the problem? What is the biggest problem India has been facing these days? Not the economic problem. Though we are not that much rich when compared to other countries, though our per capita income is very, very low, but the ethical or moral standards are concerned, we are double-edged guys. We are hypocrites. We talk one, we do other thing. So their morality. So we are having a crisis in moral, not in economic. This is an issue. India has been facing this issue. Or patriarchy is the least noted but most significant structure of social inequality. So here also gender inequality is being asked. It's an issue. Such essays are very, very rare these days. Rare these days. But mostly we are getting the essays regarding the opinion-based. Character of an institution is reflected in its leader. Need brings greed. If greed increases, it spoils the breed. It's an issue-based, it's opinion-based. If you know the great philosopher Gautama Buddha and Abraham Maslow, you can write excellent essay for this. Okay. Then 23, you got the paper with you. So you can see the essays. Thinking is like a game. It does not begin unless there is an opposite team. For writing this, it is not mere game, what we people are calling it the game, not like the cricket or maybe other thing. Game means what? Whatever you are going to interact with the other person, you have to see how the other person is going to interact with us. Okay? Visionary decision making happens at the introspection of intuition and logic. Logic means what? Your brain. Intuition comes by your heart. Both are to be mixed together. And which are the greatest decisions? The greatest decisions are not the decisions taken by the brain, but by the heart. Intuition. That intersection is very, very important. That's what he's talking about. If you read a great person, Sharu Ranganekar, he talks about decision making. There he talks about the types of decisions. If you happen to read that book, you can write excellent essay. Not all who wander are lost. What do we mean by this thing? Not all who wander are lost. The people who are wandering means what? The people who think about and who leave the traditional way of thinking, they go for unconventional thinking. Those people are becoming great visionaries for the world. You take Gautama Buddha, he wandered, left his palace, went into the forest, thought about how I can bring greatness to the society. So, not all. Most of the people they're lost. We don't care for. But a few are very, very important. And that is the thing they're asking here. Inspiration for creativity springs from the effort to look for the magical in mundane. In ordinary things, you find great truths. You can see an ant, you can learn something. You can see a lion, you can learn something. You can see a giraffe, you can learn something, isn't it? Everywhere in the common places, you can learn a lot of great truths. Girls are weighed down by restrictions, boys with the demands, two equally harmful disciplines. Again, he talks about both are being hampered by societal expectations. Society has put a lot of weight on the girls. Girls should not do this, girls should not do that. And boys are expected to do this and that. Both are restrictions. These restrictions should not be there to have freedom for both men and women. Okay? Then mathematics is the music of reason. In fact, maths is a musical way. Anything you do, all depends on maths. Even music depends on maths. Okay, a society that has more justice is a society that needs less charity. For example, if you have more justice in the society, you need not go for rowdy culture or maybe freebie culture. Is it required? Not at all required. When you are having self-respect to yourself, you are not going to beg for anything. Yes or no? So justice is very important in the society rather than this type of charities. Education, very beautiful essay was given this time by Einstein. He said, education is what remains after one has forgotten that he has learned in the school. We are learning a lot in the schools, but schooling is obstructing my education. What he said is this: I will not see that my schooling is not obstructing my education. means what? Literacy is different, education is different. So you have to see them differently. An excellent essays are given here, friends, and these things will definitely open different windows to you. And to write these things, you need what? Broader understanding. How to write, I'm going to teach. So what is special in SR Synchronized Academy? Again, for essay is concerned. Okay, so first thing is, we'll cater to the art and science, the content and craft of writing the UPSC essays. This is very, very important. What is content and what is the craft of writing? Content means the matter you can get anywhere. But you are the best source. As I told you, you are the best source to bring the content from within. But how to put it on paper? That's called the craft. I will tell you how it is to be done. Okay, so is there a template for writing the essays? I'm a very ardent person for templates. Can you apply a template for writing an essay? When we take the issue-based essay, I'm going to give 8-step process for effective presentation on issue-based essays. I'm going to segment any essay into 8 parts. You give me one essay, I will make it 8 parts. Any essay, 8 parts. Issue-based. What are those 8 parts? I will tell you in detail. Okay? Any template for opinion-based essay? Yes, we present with a flexible template for opinion-based essay. Now I'm going to show you what exactly is the template essay for opinion-based essay. Okay? We take one example here. Any template for opinion-based essay. Yeah. So we are going to use the template like this. You take any opinion-based essay, you can take a flexible template. I'm using the word called flexible because you are going to change basing on the nature of the question. Definitely you are going to write the introduction. And how to write the introduction anyway? How many parts should be there in the introduction? Introduction should contain 4 parts. 4 parts. And what are those parts? We are going to discuss in detail. Then examine the meaning of the essay. When an essay is given to you, you are going to write the meaning of the essay. I will come to the practical example also here. Then you must go explore the scope of the topic. When you explore the scope of the topic, you are going to see whether it is confined to only one person, one reason, or one situation, or is it encompassing a larger issue. So that we are going to explore. Arrive at the intention. Why this essay is given now? UPSC got a particular intention why this essay is given now. So that intention you are going to arrive at. Then analyze different perspectives. That means you look from different perspectives. I look from one perspective, you look from other perspective. So how this essay is going to give different perspectives that you are going to analyze here. Amplify each perspective. You are going to write down on each perspective. Then evolve stage by stage. When you write an essay, then you must go by stage. Then converge for balance. So different perspectives are to be converged together because you have to bring the balance. Then you must be creative and original. Don't copy from anybody. It should be your original. Then you must make it unique. That means your example should be very, very unique. And you are going to conclude the essay with a bang. So all these things come under the flexible opinion-based essay. Let us take an example here. Life is a long journey between being human and being humane. So this is the essay. How to write the template for this? Once you got the template, each one can be expanded to 1 paragraph, and you are going to get 11 to 13 paragraphs. Then your essay is over. Now first let us see how it can be analyzed. First you are going to write introduction. Okay? Then you go for the meaning of the life, the word called what exact is life. Some people, life means what? They take only one person's life. But life is not confined to one person. You have to define What exactly is life? Life is a broader life of the mankind, not a one single human being. Then being human, what is being human? That's called confined to Homo sapiens. Humane is a different. Even a dog can show the type of humanness. The human is different, human is different. Human beings, all human beings are not human beings. Yes or no? So this you have to differentiate. That you are going to bring as far the meaning is concerned. Then difference between human and humane. Then you are going to give examples as to what is human and what is humane. Present day challenge is the intention. That means why this essay is given to us? Because these days human beings are technologically developing, but from culturally these people are not that much developing. So that is the reason this essay is given to us. This present context is also to be kept in mind while writing the essay. Then why not all humans not humane? What is the reason why all human beings are not become humane? What are the limitations? What makes these people to become humane? The reasons you have to write here. Then you are going to write what challenges humans, what changes human into a human being. How you can become a human being. An ordinary person, how he can become extraordinary? It's by value system. Why we are not getting these things? Our education system, our social system, our media, all things are acting in a restricted way. So how we can become humans? By the family, the society, the media, the educational institutions, and the intellectuals, all are very, very important to change a human being into a human being. These factors you are going to write here. Then role of socialization. You heard from sociology, socialization process, how the socialization takes place. The socialization is not healthy as per the Indian society is concerned in many areas. Then you are going to write about what's wrong with the socialization now. The socialization process, something wrong utterly. So what is that? Then you are going to write why human beings are losing humanity. So why they are losing? When you are not realizing your full potential and limiting yourself to only one angle, earning, power, or enjoyment, then you lose touch with what? Your holistic approach of the human being. So we are going only for the stomach level only. Stomach level means always hungry, eating, taking. Giving, people are forgetting. So once you understand by giving, you are growing. Then you understand how you can also become a human being. Then what needs to be done? Today you are going to give the solutions because you have identified the problems. You are going to give the solutions as to how you can, what you can do to see that every human being can be made a human being. Then what is the future of the being human to being humane? That means what is the future of the being human to being humane? So what is the future? Do you project that human beings are becoming very nasty beings? Or whether human beings become divine beings? You must always project optimistic note. Though there may be some aberrations here and there, but human beings are now realizing each paragraph will make you, each point will become a paragraph, and you can get how many paragraphs? You can write 12 paragraphs, that is the end of the essay. Got it? So we are going to give you a flexible template for writing the essays. Writing the essays. Any essay I give a template for that. For issue-based essay, constant template. You don't need not change. For opinion-based essay, flexibility is important. Though these points are common, but these points have to be rearranged as and when they are required. Okay? I will give you assignments. I will make you to write here it will also give you sample essays, which I wrote on myself. I have not copied from any books, not chat GPTs. I give my own essays, okay, so that you can see and you can also improvise. I don't say that I am perfect. This gives you here, fourth one is called approach for enriching the essay. How to enrich your essay? Whether you can write the bare essays and give it, or are you going to embellish or add something beauty to the body of the essay? For example, you can see here Arnold Schwarzenegger. At the beginning, he was a very ordinary guy, but you can see he became Mr. Universe 7 times. So how to enrich your body of essay is very, very important. I'll tell you how to do that. Okay, so the secret of sizzling a superb essay. That means an essay which gets you marks more than 175 is called the superb essay. Can we get more than 175? Yes, we can, provided we understand how to write a superb essay. I will tell you how to write a superb essay because we are going to introduce the management techniques in writing essays. Okay, so the secret of sizzling a superb essay depends on 2 factors. Pre-exam preparation, how you have to prepare before examinations, and while exam preparation, while you are in the examination, what principles you have to follow to write a great essay. Okay, so I'm going to teach you the 5 steps to create affinity diagram. It's a management decision-making tool which I'm going to introduce to you. Thereby, you can analyze the essay exceedingly well. You can make it perfectly all right. You can see, you can generate ideas, how you can go for brainstorming, generation of ideas, then display of the ideas, how the ideas are to be displayed on a piece of paper, then sort out the ideas into groups, and you are going to create a header called subheading, and you are going to draw a finished diagram, that means total essay. This is a management tool for decision making. I'm going to introduce to you, I will tell you how it is to be done, and you can write exceedingly well essays, well drafted essays to get very good marks. Okay, the pre-exam preparation, that's called the pre-exam preparation, the root, but the while exam preparation, the fruit which you are going to get. That means you are going to develop the art before you go to the exam, and when you go to the exam, you are going to receive the cup. You see, Usain Bolt, he runs 100-meter dash, maybe 9.6 seconds. But can you do the same thing? Unless you got the practice. Even for him also, everyday practice is required. So while exam preparation is different, pre-exam preparation is different, the 2 things will be taught to you, and this is the way how you are going to gain it. So while exam preparation consists of 4 stages. Selection of the essays, time management, ROB, that's an acronym I will tell you later. Keep the undercurrent in mind. What is to be kept in mind while writing the essays? These things will be shared with you in the classes itself. Then dynamics of delightful presentation. That means you want to make it as a delight to the eyes of the examiner. For example, a guest comes to our home. How do you serve the food to the guest? You must serve in such a way that the person must be pleased with your display of the things. Yes or no? Can you throw on his face like that? No. So there should be a display. How we are going to display the essay in the examination, that's very, very important. So that I'm going to give a lot of importance for that. So modes of writing. I'm going to teach you the modes of writing. What are the modes of writing? So ethos, pathos, logos, and kairos. Ethos means the character, the credibility of the writer. Pathos means how you are emotionally connecting with the examiner. Logos, logically how you are going to present the facts. And kairos means you are updating and giving the present situation. So these modes of writing are to be introduced in the civil services so that you can get good marks. I'm going to do that, and I will tell you how to write the essays. Because right from the beginning, I'm a specialist in essay writing. I used to get a lot of prizes in my school, colleges for essay writing. So that I'm going to introduce in the civil services. Okay, style of writing. When you go for writing, the style is very, very important. Style means what? The way how you are going to write. Okay, so usage. The usage of your vocabulary, your sentences is very, very important. Brevity, how to bring the brevity in writing your essay. Then you must bring clarity of expression and the vigor. While you're writing any sentence, you should have the life. All these things also will be taught while writing the essays. Okay? So usage, when we talk about the usage is called the vocabulary and the sentence construction. Very, very important. Why should we go for a good vocabulary? Because when you use a good word, you will be respected. The examiner will get good respect while you use a very good word, an exact word. Sentence construction is very, very important. And great writers give a lot of importance to sentence writing. I will give a lot of examples as to how the writing of sentence can be improved. Okay? So clarity comes by simplicity of expression and removing the clutter which is like weeds in the field. How to cut the unnecessarily words or phrases or maybe some sentences out of the things. So I will give the drafts of those essays. I will ask you to identify whether this essay is properly written or not. Then I will give my version as to how I improvised those essays. Okay? I will ask you to write at your home and I will give my own version as to improvise over those versions. And when you purchase a book or when you get an essay, you can easily say, oh, this is not well written, or it is well written or ill written. You are going to judge by yourself. Thereby you are going to acquire the art of judging whether the essay is good or bad, whether it can fetch you good marks or not. So this I am going to share with you in the classes. So friends, what did our students get in the essay writing also? My students are also getting very huge marks as for the essay writings are concerned. As I told you, Partha is in IS and Devanathan is in IRS. Other people, of course, didn't get into the services, but they got very good marks. So 148, 139, 137, something like that. So you too can get very good marks as far as your essay is concerned. So friends, every essay, it gives you a lot of scope for you to develop yourself. So that's the greatness of the UPSC essays.